just thought I'd do a quick video explaining concentric to the bore, silencers and threading your barrels. The hole in the centre of your barrel should be central to the outside of the barrel. They're not always true. Hopefully when I do this video it'll show you that some manufacturers don't drill down the centre. So when you actually turn your outside of your barrel down to your thread size, the hole should be central. If it's not, the hole's off to one side, and what that can lead to is your barrel's misaligned to your silencer. Not only can it cause clipping, but your pellet's going to leave on this side of the hole. More air will escape out of that side, throwing your pellet off, making it tumble. So the video is going to be jumpy because it takes about half an hour to do this, and I'm not going to make you watch it all. I'll do the bits you need to know, or bits I think you'll find interesting. So bin me tape and find me bit of barrel. What I've got an off cut. It's off my P15, and I'll use that. Hopefully it'll show you if that's off centre. Now I've done a BSA barrel before and it wasn't well truly off centre. What I need to do is use a dial test indicator to get it spot on concentric to the barrel, as they call it, which means you're going off that, not the outside edge. You need a 4-jaw chuck, not a 3-jaw. 3-jaw do not get you central, and it can again cut your threads to one side. So what you need to make is a little brass pip that is a very good fit into your barrel, and your dial test indicator, which I'll dig it out as usual. I'm not bloody prepared for these things. Your dial test indicator goes off that, and what I'll do is I'll set it up so it goes off that. Then we know that when your barrel is in the chuck, the actual bore isn't going round, your bore is dead centre, and I'll show you how much that is out with the dial test indicator once it's set up. So let me just throw it in and I'll do some explanations. Right, jump to the second bit. Dial test indicator is in, tip is in, barrel's in, 4-jaw. What is missing, and you can see there, and I will get shouted at for this, is you're supposed to put copper packers on each jaw. I tend to use a copper tube with a slit cut in it. What the copper tube will do is close up, grip your barrel. Because I'm moving this back and to and up and down in these jaws to get it straight, which you'll see in a second, you are rubbing against each jaw as you go, and it will screw the bluing on your barrel. So the lads that do it, put protectors in there to keep your barrel safe. This is a scrap piece, so I'm not bothered. Dial test indicator's in. Wind it in, you'll see it go to, I'll take it past 0 because this light's crap. I'll put it on 20. So as I spin it round now, what I'm looking to do is at every jaw it should stay at the same. So at the moment it's going up and down, which means that hole's going around in an oval. So this is the boring bit. What I'm doing is working on the opposites first, which is my left and right. I'm trying to get that stable, so when I go from this jaw, spin it around 180 to this jaw, it should be 10, or rather 20, 10. That's a lot. Back and 2, backing off, tightening up. So I'm on 5 now. Dating point to where you want it to be. At the moment I'm going off about horizontal there, so it's on just under, it's on 5 on that one, 180 degrees round, it's on 7. I know if I tighten that in a bit it brings it to 6. I can put, we're on 6 there, we're not far off. 6 and 6. Now I'll work on the next 2. You're losing me on the phone. Yes you are, doesn't matter. I'll work on the next 2. So we're on 12, 0, back that off a touch, tighten this next one up, we are through the roof. So the idea is that needle, when you're turning it, should stop moving. Now you have to do a little bit more finesse. 4, 7, 5, back it off a little bit to 6, nip it up, 10 on that one, 3 on that one. Ew. And you eventually get to the point where that needle moves slightly. I mean, I can tweak it a little bit more and I can get it so it does not move. That barrel is now set on, the bore of the barrel is set dead on centre. It's slightly out. You can argue it with what? Can you see that moving? Yeah. So now if I go to the outside of the barrel, you'll see why you don't take it straight off. I'll put it on 20, and this is the outside of the barrel. Not too bad, to be honest. See the difference? And if you used a 3-jaw, you'd be going off that, you would be 0.5 out, and that'll give you problems. So what I'm doing now, in theory, we'll find out exactly how much this is off, because if I turn it around to a cutting tool, if that was dead centre, if down the centre of the barrel, if the outside was dead centre, when I run this cutting tool down here now, that should be silver all the way down. If it's off centre, you'll get a line of silver. Silver, black, 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 silver. That's how much out the centre of that barrel is, which is why you don't use a 3-jaw and you go off that first. Because I know it's centre, I can take that down, and yes, it is uneven, but when you fit your silencer, you can't see it, it's minuscule. It will be off slightly, but it will be bang on to the bore. You'll then turn that down to about 12.4 for your 1/2 inch UNF. You'll put an undercut in and you'll thread it. If you want to see me do that, let me know. Cheers.